Hi everyone, this is Aaron, and for this episode of Unicoi Questions, I have a clip from a sermon that Pastor Matt preached on October 12th, 2014, entitled The Certainty of the Word in Times of Uncertainty. He's preaching from 2 Peter 1:16-21, and in this clip he's answering the question, what is the majesty of Jesus?
But let's just say that you believe Jesus is a historical person, but that he was nothing more than just a mere person. Let's just say you believe that he existed, that he was a good moral teacher, but that he wasn't God or supernatural as the Bible says. Well, notice what Peter goes on to say in verse 16. He says, we were eyewitnesses, and notice what he says here, of his majesty. Of his majesty. And what is that referring to? Well, Peter, he further explains in verses 17 through 18. What is this majesty? Notice in verse 17 through 18. For when he received honor and glory from God the Father, and the voice was borne to him by the majestic glory, referring to God, this is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Verse 18, we ourselves heard this very voice borne from heaven, for we were with him on the holy mountain. The majesty is the fact that Jesus is more than just a man, but that he is God. He is the Son of God. He is God in the flesh. You see, what Peter is referring to here in verse 17, the historical event is that Jesus was baptized. And when we read about his baptism in Matthew chapter 3, verse 16 through 17, Mark chapter 1, verse 10 through 11, and Luke 3, 21 through 22, Jesus at this point is being affirmed as God in his baptism. Jesus gets baptized and God speaks, this is my beloved Son with whom I am well pleased. But what does Peter know? After all, Peter wasn't there during his baptism. Peter wasn't there when Jesus was dunked in the water. He wasn't there when Jesus was being baptized. But he did hear the very same words and voice of God affirming that Jesus is the Son of God in verse 18. You see, the historical event that Peter refers to here in verse 18 is not the baptism, but it's the transfiguration, which can be found in Matthew chapter 17, verse 5, or Mark 9:7, or Luke 9:35. It's the scene where Jesus, he goes up to the mountain with his three disciples, Peter, James, and John, and they witness him transformed before him. They see Jesus glowing. It's glowing so brightly that it says in the text that nothing on earth can ever bleach his clothes as white as it was. They saw a glimpse of his glory. They saw his majesty. He opened up who he was on the inside, and Peter recognized and saw that he is truly the Son of God. And when he saw Jesus Christ reveal who he was, reveal his glory, his majesty, God said, this is my beloved Son. Listen to him.
Thanks, Pastor Matt, and thank you everyone for listening. This week I would like to recommend Awake My Soul and Sing. It's my new album featuring my friends Steph, Andora, and Jen, and you can download the album for free at my website, musicoon.com/blog/awake my soul and sing. The link is also in the show notes. Feel free to ask us all of your questions or check out our archive at unicoiquestions.tumblr.com. And finally, I would like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. Thanks. See you soon.